So, hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. And we got Steve in the house, the master chef himself. How's it going?
Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Oh, it was working.
It was
Stream,
yeah, there
StreamYard's
was
working.
an issue with the stream here, right? I don't know.
I think
Was
it's
it?
working. I
It's
mean, in the
working.
past, I was on a few weeks ago. We were trying to stream, and we
Gotcha.
couldn't stream to our own channels. But I think it's all good. So, Mike, it's awesome to be on with you again and chatting stuff. Great to see you. Hear you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Steve, I mean, you're cooking. There's a lot of things in the pipeline. And obviously, today we got Turbo. We're going to talk a bit more about Turbo. But probably before we even get started, is like, how has been how are the things which you've learned so far? I
Ah,
mean, the launch was the Vault, and then the first pillar was Viper.
yeah,
And
yeah,
now this is the second pillar. So probably take
yeah.
us a little bit in that history. Like, okay, have things changed with the vault pillars? What other things have you learned?
Oh, great question. Yeah, so I haven't been on the stream for the last 2 weeks. I've been thinking about a few things. One, I want to finish the whole Vault vision, which includes the wheel. But I've been thinking a lot about utility, and I really think like the year 2025 could be the year of utility for Titan X. Like maybe even big names come in. I remember when Velodrome launched on base,
Yes.
Aerodrome, and it was kind of a stealth launch. I mean, will big can big when eyebrows are raised from big DeFi places, that I think it could be really cool. But I think even all the community, like maybe we can a lot of utility can come. Like your whole website is like, I look at that as utility for Titan X. You're swapping. I think that's really cool. Titan Farms is like a utility. And I've got this is what I've been thinking of the last 2 weeks. What utility can I build? Morpheus is doing their utility thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the idea of utility. The difference between utility and the circus is utility generates value from its existence. And I've been thinking the last few weeks, what can I do to add value into utility? And there's a few things I'm really interested in. But there's a couple of there's a couple of really cool utility things that I'm doing to really add value to Titan X. And this week I thought of an idea which for the wheel, because I stopped the wheel audit this week, and I
Okay.
paid the guys because they've been auditing it. I said, look, we've got to stop this. I've got such a good idea. I'm going to share it next week with the
Lovely.
Mo,
Yes.
and I'm really excited to share this because it's the biggest paradigm shift I've had personally on tokenomics since perpetual auction system. You know what I mean? A perpetual auction, it's like now there's lots of protocols coming out. It's an
Yes.
exciting way to distribute a token. I thought it's really interesting at the time. It's still really interesting. And I've got something, a paradigm shift, just like that. I've got a paradigm shift of a utility to the way for the wheel. I'm really excited to share. So, but
Lovely.
as for Vault, yeah, and Viper, and now tomorrow Turbo. So with these pillars, I want to. It's kind of like if a community in Titan X wants me to build a pillar on them, it's really easy to do because I've already done the front end on a lot. I was going to just stop it, but then if they want it, that's great. So it looks like Helios really want it, so I'm going to do Helios because they keep asking. If someone doesn't want it, that's great.
Mhm.
Inferno really want it. They keep asking me. Lotus guys, but what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. So I'm just going to
Mhm.
release a few more,
Mhm.
but it's going to be all their tokens in their ecosystem.
Lovely. Gotcha.
So yeah, so for Zara, for the Lotus and Eden, input is going to be Lotus or Eden.
Gotcha.
For the Helios guys, it's going to be Element and Helios, and maybe
Oh, both of them.
but just put both of them in there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just so they can have both.
I love
And
it.
yeah. So and then the bull kind of stands alone because it's such a good marketing
The
bull.
bull. All
I
right.
just love the bull.
Did
So
you get the domain bull.win?
bulldog. You know what?
Uh,
You know what? I didn't get the domain. I was
oh,
this
damn.
close to getting bull.run. I was
Oh,
this
okay.
close.
Yes.
Bull.run.
And somebody took it or
Someone,
snapped?
I mean, I was literally on the phone to. It was actually GoDaddy because they were selling it
Yes.
as as a premium, but I thought I'm going to get it, and they said, "Oh yeah, they've closed from back tomorrow. You've got it." And
Uh,
then I phoned back, and they said, "Oh, sorry. The reason why you can't buy it is because someone just bought it." And then a few days later, I saw a website put up on Bull.run. I thought that
oh
was
no.
yeah, wow, the marketing for Bull.run. But anyway,
No, yes. Yeah, yeah.
we got Titan Bull.run instead. So
Time, but all right. I mean, it's okay. It's good. It's
it's
good.
not bad, is it? Titan Bull.run, but it's a nice marketing. And so after that, the last one for the pillars, I'll do. I don't
Mhm.
want to leave anyone out. I'm just going to have input, awesome V, input, everything.
All
Everything's
right.
going to have an input on the last one I released. So that
Matrix, man. Matrix too. When is
Matrix,
out?
yeah, Matrix, all of them. Warp, I put Warp in there. I put everyone that is launched at the time. I just have it all in there, and it's going to be the last pillar with
It's gonna be okay.
like five or more input, maybe five
Yeah.
input tokens.
Damn. Okay. I love
Yeah.
it.
So,
I love it.
but yeah, so for hyper, it's hyper. Hyper is just something that it has a massive community,
Yes.
and so it's like I've been thinking about, like I said, I've been thinking about all this utility I want to bring to Titan X and to DeFi. Really enjoy it, but it's so easy for me to launch these pillars because
Hmm.
it's not like it's a ton of work for me to launch it on Turbo, and it's been ready for weeks, and it seems like people in Turbo want it when I was kind of testing the waters. So yeah, we're going to launch it on Turbo on Hyper, and it's just exactly the same as Vault, but on Turbo.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's just exactly the same as Vault on Turbo, and these things, it's like all these build on a lot of build on Titan X
Hmm.
things. It's kind of fun meme-fi circus. It's kind of a little bit circus.
Hmm.
It's player versus player. Some people are gonna do okay, some people aren't gonna do okay. But it's a fun thing. I think it's fun. I think it's kind of fun to have Vault on Hyper, just so it's Hyper. And
Absolutely.
so yeah, we took out the Nexus. We're just gonna leave the Nexus as it is for Viper.
Hmm.
The Nexus is so just to speak on the Nexus, it is confusing. So I don't want to launch it on anything else.
Gotcha.
It's confusing how the liquidity moves in the Nexus. There is a little bit of leakage there, but at the same time, the Nexus it bonds them really closely together. So
Hmm.
Viper's really closely bonded to Dragon X and Vault.
Gotcha.
But really, really, there's a massive of liquidity. So if you look at the sell side liquidity on Viper
Hmm.
compared to market cap, it's 22%. That is really, really cool. So, I mean, what I'm personally glad about is that if anyone wants to sell, they're
Hmm.
able to sell because there's liquidity to sell.
Yep.
And Viper was launched when Dragon X was like 3x more. So it's like on the 8th of October we had the Titan X high, and
Hmm.
now we've gone down right now because all these stakers came out that we weren't thinking about the stakers. They kind of blindsided me. I wasn't. Maybe you were.
Are you on Titan X Premium, sir?
I'm on Hyper. You actually gave me a
You,
free subscription. Thank you, man. Oh, months and months ago.
you
Thank
could
you.
have checked the data. It
I should
was
have
right there.
I should have checked the data. I should be checking that data. And so you weren't
No,
excited.
I saw, like, I mean, I made extra because some people were asking for this. There's an extra
Yeah,
chart showing the future unlocks of the
yeah,
miners,
yeah,
and that's something which people were like asking for, and one was created extra for that actually.
yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, it looks like
Mm.
the stakers are coming out. you would have gained more in Titan X. No other places needed if you think about it. Yeah, I mean, it is ratio, Eric. It is.
Oh, Eric is okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just reading his comment, it is. It is ratios. It is ratios. A lot. If it's not ETH, it's actually just a ratio. Dragon X, Titan X, is all ratios. But
Yeah.
that's the ecosystem we're in, and
Yes.
it's actually a good discussion. We could maybe talk about it, like thoughts on getting ETH in the system, because that's that is a good thing. But just one thing on Viper, just what I want to say before we talk about that is
Yes.
is is um yeah, there's a lot of liquidity in the Vault ecosystem intentionally. So 22% of sell side liquidity, 22% of the market cap is sell side liquidity, which is massive. You do some calculations and I think it might be some of the biggest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where we are in Viper. So yeah, the Nexus, just going to leave that with Viper and see how that does and observe how that does. But
All right.
Turbo full, it's just going to be full Vault.
Love
And
it.
let's see how it does, because a lot of things that we're doing on Titan X is just mass new. It's new. It's DeFi 3.0. It's never been done. I mean, if we just were like Solana, releasing a meme coin, sticking everything in a liquidity pool,
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen. We have history. But in Titan X, like Matrix,
Yes.
I'm thinking, like, I look at the protocols coming this month: Matrix, Warp. There's another one starts with an A. But
There's few ones.
there's all these little tokenomic tweaks and new things like coming out. I know we've talked offline about your protocol, and you got some really, really cool things that are just new. Warp has brand new stuff, coming in, which is also it's really cool to see and experiment. And so a lot of these are experiments. So we're on the cutting edge of memes, and everything you do is like, it's kind of just interesting what's happening in Titan X.
Absolutely,
And
Steve.
yeah,
You know, one thing is why also I'm building on Hyper as well. So Turbo is launching on Hyper, so that's why I was like, this is great. We're gonna do an interview, Steve, and we can get this going. So probably let's just get started with Turbo, because probably there are
sure.
some new people here who haven't. I mean, probably they know about Vault as well, but let's just also talk to the people who have not been to the Vault ecosystem yet. So anyway, as you guys know, this is how I get started. Here you have, if you have any questions later on, if something is unclear or so, you can just join the Telegram group, and Steve is going to answer all your questions. So here, take out your phone and scan that code. I double checked, that's the right Telegram group, and yeah, that's the right one. And on X as well, follow
Look,
DeFi Vault.
also with Eric in the comments, like,
Second,
you think, like me, I'm always hyped about lots of stuff. It's like, I would say, just, this is complete casino and gambling in crypto. So yeah, if you want to be really solid, just stay in Bitcoin, even not in
yes,
Titan X, stay in Bitcoin. If you want to keep your value, if you want a bit more, if you want to get in the Titan X ecosystem, hold Titan X, because Titan X is the Bitcoin of Titan X. It's like the Bitcoin, what everything goes to. And then if you want to get more risk, go into altcoins. Like back in the last cycle, if you're in ETH, it's kind of safe. But if you want to go into some of these altcoins, it's a little bit more risky. You know what I mean? Even like Chainlink went down a lot last cycle. But anyway, yeah, man, we're in the cutting edge of DeFi. So, sorry, Mike. What?
no worries, all good. No worries. I think you're answering one of the Eric's questions here. Is that
Oh
correct?
yeah, man.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, we can get back to that, but later on, I'm gonna probably go through the questions, and then we can go to that. Anyway, the Telegram is there, and it's on X as well. And yeah, if you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, visit matrix.win and titanx.com, and if you can afford it, titanx.com/premium. So we're gonna do the same way, Steve. We got the elevator pitch. We got here the second part, understanding the turbo mechanics, and lastly, we're gonna talk about the buy, burn, and the feed.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I've picked up some few things here, and hopefully they're all correct so far. So Steve, probably just give us a bit of a turbo.
Yeah, Turbo. It's just, Vault, exactly Vault tokenomics with Turbo as input. That's basically it.
with hyper as input,
Oh,
right?
sorry. Yeah, Hyper as the input. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, with Hyper as the input. So yeah, it's cap supply, deflationary, massive buy and burn. It's just going to be interesting how it functions paired with Hyper. So so yeah, it's exactly the same thing. The only difference with Vault is it's 8-day
Mhm.
distribution instead of 10. And 5, someone asked here, how does it help Hyper and Vault? This is how. So 5% of the Hyper that comes in is just burnt.
Gotcha.
And then 5% goes to a buy and burn, which is going to buy Vault. Hyper is going to buy Vault and just burn, and then send the Vault to the Treasure Vault. So all these pillars want to be tied to Vault somehow. So that's how it's tied to Vault,
Okay.
just 5%. And also, there'll be a little bit of liquidity between Viper and Turbo, so that they're both
Mhm.
connected.
Mhm.
And that's really different. The rest is just all Vault, just this perpetual auction system, 8-day distribution with a buy and burn, and it's just a meme coin, gambling meme coin casino on steroids.
But that's yeah.
Literally.
So yeah, I mean, I put here. So I mean, we have we can just probably just go through this because I'm just always thinking there are new people who don't know
Right.
Volt and who don't know what Volt mechanics are and things like that.
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna go through it as if a lot of probably the viewers know this already, but the new ones. Maybe you can and there are some few people who even participated in Volt and so forth, but I'm getting all kinds of DMs. Hey, how is this working? So I'm like, that's why I just like to go through this so that people
Absolutely.
are really clear. This is
Yeah.
the game we're playing, and this is how it works.
Oh, good. Good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So I mean, here this is yeah. So this essentially that you have day 1 to day 8. That is the distribution. So the majority of well, pretty much all the supply is distributed in the first 8 days. That's correct?
Yes, absolutely. Everything 8-day distribution. Um,
All
Another
right.
addition
Mhm.
compared to Volt is when on day 1, 100 million, so you 10% is sent direct to the treasury.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna talk about that. I think
yeah.
I wrote it down as well. So, I
Yeah.
mean, for you, some of you guys who are new, the auction is 24 hours each. You send in, so this is you as a user, you send in your hyper to the Turbo smart contract, and then at the auction end, you get your. Oh, look, I have Volt here.
Yeah, yeah.
Copy pasta. You
You get
get
your
Turbo at auction end. Is that
mm,
correct? Right?
yes, that's right, in proportion to the hyper put in.
Okay.
So if 100 100 million a day for 8 days is available in the
Mhm.
auction, in a 24-hour auction, but the auction functions that if just me and Mike Dean go in with 1 hyper, we get 50% of the supply. If I go in with 2 hyper and
Mhm.
Mike and Plan A go in with 1 each, I get 50% of the supply and they get 25% of the daily supply each. So the daily supply is distributed in proportion to the hyper put in. So it's an uncapped value on day 1, which is interesting for these auctions. So yeah.
I think it's definitely very interesting. I mean, the way I try to explain to some people
Mm.
is I mean, I'm not sure if this is the greatest explanation, but my trial in understanding this is like imagine you have a pizza. It's just one pizza essentially, and now it's like we're bidding how much piece of that pizza
Oh
we can get for
yeah,
24 hours now. And so
yeah,
obviously the more the person who has put the most relative to others, let's say, is the one who's going to get the biggest like part of the piece or the biggest piece, let's say. But it's like a pizza and we're bidding to get a piece of that.
absolutely. That is that's the exact way. And it's like, why release? Why? Someone could ask, why release Turbo when there's Volt? Well, Volt has Nexus input. This is Hyper, so it's totally different, and it's kind of interesting to see. It's kind of interesting. It's also another use case for your hyper. It's another use
Mhm.
case to add that you can spend your hyper on or use your hyper. So
Mhm. So
yeah,
probably here there's this other question here. I mean, probably this is has to be clear.
yeah,
So Hexologist Hart says in Volt and Viper, you have couple of whales use different wallets and buy into auctions and only leave a couple of percentage, if any, for others. There's 5, 6 wallets who get 95% of the supply.
yeah. I don't. Is that true? I don't
I, I
know.
don't I
I
don't
don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so either.
I don't
But
think so because I look at the
mm,
distribution. It's pretty. It's very nice as a distribution.
yeah,
But good question all the same. So what if whales do come in? Or that it I mean, this whole thing about whales coming into crypto projects is fine. I mean, it's firstly, everyone is free to do what they want, whether you have a big wallet or small wallet. If you're a whale and go in, you're just gonna make the buy and burn a lot. It's the same tokenomics. And they I mean, why would anyone want to stop a whale going in?
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like he still needs to participate,
Yeah.
and whichever distribution model you choose, if he goes to another model, he still has to he's still going to have that percentage at the end of the day. If you
Yeah,
do minting, like just minting, he's also going to have the same percentage supply.
exactly. He's gonna have the same proportionate supply as someone that came in with 10 times less.
Absolutely.
So it's fair in that way,
It,
and it's fair that people, everyone is allowed to enter. No one's stopped, but and it really helps the whole system
mhm.
if big whales come in. As I mean, what one caveat is, it's kind of nice when a big wallet exits through like single-sided liquidity.
Yes, obviously,
Yeah,
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
it's kind of a
Yeah.
bit of responsibility comes with it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, this is the thing is like the distribution model, even if you do the minting, is it's just the same way. Like, percentage wise, you're gonna have the same thing. We got cryptographics in the house, and he says, "Where's our people too, guys?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh, uh, all
yeah.
right. So okay, so 8% goes to Genesis, 5% goes to Buy Vault and Central Treasure Vault. Okay, so is which liquidity pool is this being used then to do that?
Yeah, so there's already a liquidity pool,
The-
Hypervolt liquidity pool right now. So that's just gonna go into
Oh,
a
is going to use that one, huh?
yeah, yeah. It's gonna use that one. You're going to a
Ah,
separate buy
okay.
and burn, and okay, so you've got the normal buy and burn, which is decentralized, just like Vault,
Yes.
and this 5% goes into another buy and burn, which is a Titan X V2 buy and burn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason is it's potentially I didn't want to have low. So it's just a protect. It's only 5%,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just trying to buy Vault, but I didn't want it to just pump the price in a decentralized way
Mm-hmm.
if the liquidity was thin, and it's potentially could be thin, could get thin up there with Vault Hyper because the main liquidity pair is Hyper Turbo. It's just going to be focused on that.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, 72% of the
Mm-hmm.
value is focused on that pool. That pool. 12% is on liquidity, so 84% of value goes back into this protocol through liquidity or buy and
Mm-hmm.
burn. 10% is used split between burning Hyper and basically burning Vault. So
Gotcha.
but because for Hyper to get Vault, then it needs to be a liquidity pool. So yeah, it's going to be like
So you're gonna buy it like
slowly burn.
slowly, essentially, like very slowly
Exactly.
buying
Over a
Vault
few,
along the way.
yeah, yeah. Be like a
Okay.
slow burn, like every hour. Yeah, you'll
Gotcha.
be able to buy it just to not to limit slippage,
Mm-hmm.
to give value to the vault holders who would want it that way. So it's just designed to help vault
Yeah, absolutely.
and not just lose lots of value by pumping a price and selling to people who's
Gotcha.
put their liquidity bands up here.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. All right, this is great. And then 5% goes to, well, it's just going to burn Hyper straight away. 10% to the liquidity wallet. That's
Oh,
like the
12%.
incoming. Oh,
12%, yeah. It's
is this
12%.
12%?
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah. So we're gonna have really, really thick liquidity.
okay. But this is liquid. So you're gonna have thick liquidity between what pairs are you gonna create here?
This is just turbo and hyper. That liquidity
Okay.
just for turbo and hyper. So that is the big, big, big liquidity pool. The Vault one has already been created. It's already there. It has like probably like 80 grand of liquidity in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's sufficient for the protocol. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need any more. It's more the focus is turbo hyper. And if any more is added to turbo Vault, the value wouldn't be taken from hyper. I mean turbo.
Okay.
This liquidity is for turbo, hyper together.
Okay, but so you're gonna be adding liquidity to this turbo hyper.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
but
and on that point too,
mhm,
um, I'm in the process of developing Vault staking, and so
mhm,
it's going to be a staking contract where the liquidity fees are harvested and given to stakers,
mhm.
and it's almost in audits. It's almost finished. It'll be launched in January because I'm doing like
Gotcha.
four audits on it. Well, when it's done, I'm going to release it to everyone in Titan X, like for
Mhm,
free. Anyone who wants it, I mean, with a disclaimer, do your own audit, because even if you change just one thing in the code,
mhm.
you got to still audit the code.
Yeah, yeah.
So Turbo is double audited, even though there's just like one of change. We double audited with top auditors. So yeah, I'm going to give it away so everyone can lock their liquidity and use the harvested fees for staking if they wanted to do that for their community. Because I think it's a cool thing to do. So yeah, that's something we're going to give out to anyone who wants it. And
Fantastic.
yeah.
But okay, so we have 12% goes to the liquidity wallet, which essentially will just be creating liquidity between turbo and hyper later on.
That is exactly right. So
Okay.
this turbo hyper pool is going to be really, really thick, really big.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. And then 72% essentially is going to be going to the buy and burn and feed. Is that
that's
correctly like that?
that's exactly right. And the buy burn feed is exactly the same as Vault.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the original Vault. So this is full Vault. This is full Vault. So and
Mhm.
what is that? It's 50% sent to the Treasury for perpetual auction purpose, 42% burnt immediately, and
42% burned. Okay.
yes, then 8% for liquidity. So the other side has a pair.
Okay. And 8% goes to, it goes to that liquidity wallet then?
Exactly. Community liquidity wallet.
Okay. So
Yeah,
let me just make that. So make it a bit bigger. So that's going to be 8%.
that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So we have that going. Oh, we're doing it live, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. What cryptographic said too is like liquidity
Mhm.
wallet needs to be considered in the total buy pressure that Turbo
Yes.
will receive, because it's still a little bit of buy pressure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have to
So
be.
okay, so 42% gets burned. How much? What's the percentage which goes to the Turbo Treasure?
Oh, and by the way, I'm really excited for cryptographics protocol.
Yes,
It
sir.
is. I'm really, really excited for that one. I don't. He's making new paradigms.
Uh, no, it's. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I'll
Yeah.
definitely gonna do an interview and do all the
Oh,
drawings and
yeah. Yeah.
trying to see what he works out here. So we
Yeah.
have now 42% of Turbo gets burned, 8%, 8% gets sent to the liquidity wallet, and then 50% is sent to the Turbo Treasure.
50% to Turbo Treasure. This is correct. That's how it works. That's
Yeah,
that's full vault. We're going full vault.
pretty much. Yeah, I think this year the 8% which goes to liquidity wallet, I think that doesn't happen on Vault. Is that right?
It does. It's exactly the same,
Okay.
man. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly the same.
Okay.
It's full vault. Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So 8% liquidity wallet, and so we have 50% on Turbo here. All right. And then this is day 9 onwards, actually, right?
Yes. So day 9 onwards,
Mm-hmm.
20% of the treasury is up for auction. So unlike Vault, which the treasury started at 0, the treasury starts at 100 million. So 10% of supply is sent day 1 to the treasury.
Okay.
Then 42% of whatever is brought from the liquidity pool is sent there. And from day 9 onwards, whatever is in there, 20% gets given. It gets less and less. And just like the question you asked earlier about, hindsight of Vault and how it's doing,
Mm-hmm.
I it's incredibly interesting for me, this 20% every day in Vault. It's been going like 60 days,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still like about 4 million Vault tokens a day. So the first 10 days, there was 100 million Vault tokens a day. Today, there's still 4 million and coming in, which is helping burn more coins, increasing the liquidity a little bit. So it's just this constant liquidity increase, burn every day
Yeah.
on Vault, and it's still going, which is, it was never done before. So it was like, how's this going to work? How's this aeroplane going to fly? And so I'm still looking at it, seeing how's this aeroplane going to fly? Because don't forget, like, a lot of this stuff has never been done, and we don't know how it's going to work until we have this experience. So we need more time to put in our database and see how this all works.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also interested how it works on Hyper, because we've never gone full vault yet on a Titan X altcoin.
Yep.
I mean, Viper wasn't full vault; it was a whole new thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is full vault. It's just, I'm interested. I'm just interested to see what's going to happen in with Turbo and Hyper paired together. And I think Hyper's got. Someone asked, what do you like about Hyper as a project?
Exactly.
I think it's well, it has ETH, doesn't it? And it's one of these. It's like this dark horse Hyper, isn't it? It seems that's why, Johnny and you and everyone, a lot of projects just interested and drawn to it. It's like this dark horse that
Mm-hmm.
is sitting there. It's a big beast, Hyper. It's
Yes.
top of Titan X hub, and so it's just, yeah. What do I yeah? I mean, it's interesting. I mean, and how is hyper deflation in Hyper gonna happen this month? Do you remember the stats?
No, no, I don't have like I can't remember. I don't have the stats directly with me here, but I mean, one thing we can look into as well is I'm gonna share this tab here.
Mm.
Um, I mean, this is also something the buy Titanics with ETH, right? So we have 919 ETH here, which basically still going to be used. So this is, I mean, this is great. Like there's 3 million essentially sitting there in the buy and burn. Um, the first one is just buying Titanics with that ETH, and then that Titanics buys up Hyper, and then you have the buy and burn. And also here we have 2 million in the buy and burn of Hyper as well.
Mm.
So the thing is, I think there is a lot of firepower essentially in the buy and burn to get this going. And also there's also the vortex on top of that, which is 110 ETH in there as well.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a lot of money already, like which can definitely be used. And this essentially, all this is feeding the whole Hyper system anyway. So I think it's still very, very healthy numbers here we're looking at. And you, Steve, obviously building on top of it as the first project is going to bring a lot of attention as well. So this is going to be great, I think. Absolutely. I believe.
Yeah, yeah. This could be Hyper's month, couldn't it? I mean, is Matrix? Do you have a date for Matrix, by the way?
The thing, I am going to potentially launch the white paper tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and the white paper is going to launch tomorrow. I'm still fixing some few things, but nevertheless, the audits are running. So looking forward. Hopefully soon.
Oh, nice. So you're in audits already for Matrix.
Yes, I'm on audits. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So we got
So.
Matrix, and then we got Warp, because Warp has ETH, Hyper, Tink, and X28, I think.
Mhm. I think they have that.
I
Yeah, it's
think.
quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's still Hyper, so you can still use your Hyper on that. But
Yeah.
and Matrix, I
Matrix,
wait.
we will tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So, but Turbo just Hyper. So it's
Yeah.
just Hyper, which is fascinating too. It's fascinating,
Fantastic.
and yeah, and I had some good feedback about the date, 1st of December.
Hmm.
People seem to, in the Hyper Telegram, they seem to really like the date, first
Lovely.
of December. They said, "Oh, that's a great move to
Hmm.
do." What do you think? Do you think this is a good
Oh,
time?
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw when you did it, and I was like, okay, great, man. I was like, okay, 1st of December, we're gonna do the stream one day before. So I sent you a text, and then you were like, yeah, let's do it, and here we are. So I think it's great.
Oh, nice, nice,
Yeah, yeah,
lovely. That's
yeah,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
and so I've got to. People ask why do you release all these, but I've got to release these protocols to support Vault, and I'm still waiting for someone to come with and let me
Hmm.
support them, because I put it out. I keep saying it, but no one's actually given me a white paper yet, and no one's built
Oh,
Vault.
for building on top of Vault, you mean, or what?
And Lotus. Me and Justin,
Oh,
his protocol is really good, but
yeah.
yeah, I've got to keep
But
doing
are
these
you
protocols.
looking? Oh, you're looking for other people to build on Vault as well. Is
Well,
that correct?
this scholarship that I had, and if someone had a really good idea,
Hmm.
that we would
Oh,
help them.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah. They're just like Awesome V and Morpheus.
Yes.
So yeah, but we're still waiting for someone to write a white paper.
All right. Okay. So,
Yeah,
guys,
but until that
get back
happens,
to work.
I've got to keep. I gotta help out by doing this, and I love how it's gonna be fascinating how Turbo helps Vault, but it doesn't take too much value from the participants of Turbo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just 5%. So 10% is taken out, but 5% is burning Hyper, which is helping Turbo too,
Yep. Yep.
helping everyone. You know, this is yeah. So yes, and um, the, next question.
Next question. We're gonna let's. So the next thing is gonna be the
Oh yeah.
Turbo token distribution here. I think we talked
Oh
about this
yeah,
earlier.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So in total, like 800 million is essentially in the auction the first 8 days. So 100 million daily auction for the first 8 days.
Oh yeah.
And then we got the Turbo Treasure that starts directly with 100 million. Why did you choose to start it with 100 million? Because I think the Vault, it started with zero, I think.
Yeah. Well, in hindsight, this was never done before, and
Gotcha.
I observing Vault, I thought, I wish I started it with 100 million. I think it would be better, because on day 11 of Vault, when the full distribution was given out, it jumped to like 100 million to like less than 40 million. So
Hmm.
it kind of jumped a bit too much.
Hmm.
I felt it might have been better for the protocol if it just jumped to 70, like 30%. And but and also to give it's also less time. So with Vault, you had 9 days of buy and burn
Hmm.
to fill up the treasure vault, and it got to like 170 million, and it
Hmm.
burnt in those. But you only have like 7 days. You have like less days. So those reasons, because it's less days, and I think it's helpful for the protocol to have a little boost to the like
Gotcha.
10% to the
Hmm.
treasury at the beginning. So we did that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And then we have, the 95 million goes to the liquidity wallet. And then we have 5 million is in the initial LP.
Yeah. And someone asked, is it good for Viper? Absolutely. I thought it was really, really good for Viper. And in some ways, it would have been nice to have even more. because Viper's buy and burn, because of the way it's set up, it starts
Mm-hmm.
off very slow. It takes like
Mm-hmm.
18 days to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the Viper, it was like, yeah, it would have been nice to have a little bit more in Viper. But I think we're okay with it because the buy and burns starts off strong in Turbo. It's different than Viper. Viper
Okay.
is Viper is so different than Vault. It's just a whole different ball game.
Different
Yeah,
protocol, essentially,
whole
right?
different ball game. Yeah.
So, was the comment right now regarding the treasure, turbo treasure, or
Turbo Treasure. Yeah. So
okay, mm-hmm.
it's Turbo's Treasure or Treasury, and
Gotcha.
that's the perpetual auction magic
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
needed for that. Mm.
Fantastic. All right, I think we have the turbo token distribution done here, so we're gonna go to the next thing,
And
and that's the liquidity.
initial,
Go ahead.
yeah, it's just it's also an initial LP. I mean, it's 5 million. It's worked beautifully on Viper and Vault. So that's something I've been proud of is
Mm-hmm.
the launch LP and bots on Vault and Viper. It was really good for the user in my just in my assessment of the launch when I analyzed it. Yeah, that's something I'm really proud of. So we're doing
Fantastic.
the same setup
Mm-hmm.
as that because it worked. It worked well. I mean, you start with
All
low
right.
liquidity, and then you can, as the day goes on, you can add liquidity, just like Jake did with Shogun. He started really low, and then at the end of the day, it was like over 100 grand. It was massive
Yeah.
throughout all the protocols.
I think that's I think that's like the best idea anyway, to start
Yeah,
off slow and then just pick up,
yeah,
because I mean the buy and burn also just functions anyway, so that's that.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, for Turbo, the buy and burn kicks in day 2, so there's no buy and burn wastage on day 1,
Day one, right?
which is
So I mean, I think we can look into this as well. I think I have here the buy and burn. So I,
yes,
I haven't put in the percentages yet.
right,
So it's fully decentralized with 5 minutes
yes,
intervals, and there's 200 intervals daily, essentially. And day
right,
one is not active at all.
yes,
And day two, do you have the
yes,
percentages?
absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So day two, what's the percentage?
Yeah, so, it's 24%. So it starts
Mhm,
it this is another different thing from Vault, because Vault started at 42% and then
mhm,
went down 3% a day. So we started on 24% and go
mhm,
down 1% a day, all the way
mhm.
to 15%, just like Vault, and it stays at 15%.
So 23, then we have 22,
Yeah.
21, 21, 20, 19. I just want to have this so that everybody has at least
Yeah.
17, 16, and then day 10 is 15 then.
Day 11. Yeah, you got day 10 twice. So
Oh, I
day
got it. Okay,
yeah,
yeah. So I'm gonna
15.
take that away. Just gonna take that away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, day 11 is 15, and it stays at 15,
It stays at 15, yeah.
yeah, on day 11 onwards. So,
Exactly 15%
yes.
of
And
the
the buy
balance.
and burn is something I really like about
Hmm.
Vault.
Hmm.
I like this about Shogun too, because Shogun, you know how much is gonna be burnt every day, like 28% of the full value. So you can, if you know how much is gonna be burnt, and you know how much is in there, and you know how much is gonna be burnt, you can start making some calculations about what you wanna do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I really, really like this decentralized buy and burn, and there's definitely reasons to do a different type, especially if it's
Mhm.
there's lots of good reasons, but at least for Turbo, we've got this decentralized buy and burn, so you know how much of the value is going to be burnt every day. So you can do your calculations and put your chess moves into place
Yeah, yeah.
with knowing
I
what's going
mean,
to happen the next day. Yeah.
that's why I want to have all these percentages ready for everybody
Mhm.
who's watching, so that if you want
Yeah.
to play the game and if you want to really go deep
Mm.
into the weeds, you can play around and see how much this is. But I mean, at the end of the day, is if you just want to, for me, essentially all these auctions, the game I just played was just DC8 in, essentially. and whenever it was underneath like my average price, I would just buy off market to just decrease my average price down, essentially. So I mean, that was, I know exactly how much I want to go in,
Yeah.
uh, and then I just DCA in every day. And then if the price drops below my average price, I just start buying off market to get my average price down. That's the easiest thing, essentially. Like for me, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, good call, man. There's interesting strategies people do, and
Yes.
oh, absolutely. Um,
There's definitely a lot more strategies than that, but I mean, that's like the
yeah,
easiest
yeah, yeah. What's your
if you
end
don't have
game?
enough time.
Yeah, D-Fly said, "What's your end game for Vault?" Great, it's a great question.
Mhm.
And so, end game for Vault is utility. So it's like I said at the beginning. I'm the last 2 weeks I wasn't really on the stream much because I was just thinking a lot, thinking about utility, and that is my ending. I've got some good ideas, and like with Mo next week, there's some
Mhm.
really, really, really good like utility. And I've with the wheel, which is like kind of the last thing on Vault, it's combining utility and Circus together.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there's also Vault staking, which is utility. So it's some utility. I want to give something to DeFi, which is utility, and that's Endgame Vault. And also Vault, it has like 3 trillion Titan X in the sell side liquidity. So could Vault just become this meme coin? And it's had a fair launch. It had
Mhm.
this continual burn. I mean, I see it as like just a potential candidate for like a good meme coin. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, a good meme coin. But yeah, utility is something I mean, because Steve DeFi, I really do like DeFi. I really like DeFi. I've been playing with DeFi for years and years and years and years. I like all the loaning protocols, liquidity providing, yield farming, all this stuff. And I was just struck years ago how, you know, just struck how you can interact with a contract and do stuff in like self sovereignty, go
Yes.
between borders and do the same thing in different countries, all not going through any middlemen. So
Mhm.
I love DeFi. So I love, and with this whole crest we're on with in crypto in a whole macro, with Trump getting in the US and countries now, they're going to start buying Bitcoin and getting
Mhm.
reserves. We're, and even Tornado Cash won their case about DeFi, about
Ah, that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah, centralized about it's a contract. It's this freedom of speech. So yeah, I love to create something really cool in Titan X for
Mhm.
Titan X to DeFi. So Endgame for Vault is something DeFi, and I don't know exactly what it is right now.
Mhm.
There's some utility things I'm gonna announce next week, and I'm collaborating with Jay Goldon on something
Lovely.
really, 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 really cool, really, really cool. I'm also with the wheel, just a little thing, but with the wheel.
Mhm.
I've got some amazing ideas or something that I'm implementing right now. I pause my audits to implement this to help
Mhm.
liquidity. So I really think it's a big thing. This whole conversation of liquidity in Titan X. It's a good conversation to have. Lots of and it's are people having this conversation a lot, or is it?
I mean, absolutely. There is definitely some
Yeah,
conversation with it as well. So,
yeah.
but yeah.
I've got something like the perpetual auction system,
Mhm.
which people can implement in their protocols,
Mhm.
which will change the game. Right. So this thing that I'm going to do on the wheel. So I'm
Okay.
going to. I said to someone today, I said I'm going to tell everyone next week what it is. So I'll put my stake in the ground. So I'll be the first one to do it, and then everyone
Lovely.
can, and then everyone can just do it
I love it. Nice.
because it is it. Okay, if there's a live camera on Plan A, he's going to do cartwheels because I know he loves this liquidity.
Yeah.
Liquidity. I mean, this idea I have is so good.
Lovely.
When I say it, I'm going to say
Yeah,
it
I
to
know.
Mo. I'm going to
Yeah.
say it to Mo next Friday or
Lovely.
next Thursday,
Lovely.
whenever he's
Yeah,
free.
yeah. Don't spill the beans yet, my friend.
Oh
Don't do
man,
it.
I'm so excited. I said to someone today. I said to Jay Gold today. I said I can't keep my mouth shut. I
Yeah.
can't keep my mouth shut. I'm so bad at it. But but I made a commitment. I'm not going to say it today because I
Lovely.
want to keep the focus on Turbo because I'm releasing Turbo
I
for
know,
Turbo.
I know. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but
We're gonna
man,
do another stream. Don't worry. We're gonna do another
oh,
stream, and then I'll do my drawing so that people understand it.
more Steve D. Madness, madness. This is so simple. It'd be like, why didn't we just do this from the beginning?
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's good.
And it's really, really going to help Titan X as a whole. I just won't say anything else. But this is something
Lovely.
massive, something really, really big.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, Steve, so I know you're not gonna spill the beans. So we have here the buy and burn and feed. So that's something which we talked about. We get back to we got we got
Oh,
zebra in the house.
is that James?
It's James. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's James. Yeah. Yeah.
So how many pillars? So yeah, I got out of control with wanting to do it, and I made so the plan is this for the pillars. There's going to be ecosystem wide pillars. So I do Hyper. Bull is a really good one. Maybe Shogun. But then there's going to be this ecosystem. So for Lotus, it's going to be one for Lotus and Eden together with input.
Mhm.
For Hyper, for Helios, I'm going to have just one for Helios, got with Element 280, Helios, and anything else they got as input. And then for everything else, we just create one, to tie everyone in, to instead of launching 5 more, just have Awesome V, Morpheus, some others, whoever wants to be on them, type thing, and just have and then input for that. So we I think we could take it a little bit too far with the whole pillars. Just launch too many. Launch too many. I mean, it feels good on Dragon X. It's a whole different protocol, though. It's not really a pillar. It's just a whole different protocol. But then it feels good on Hyper. Feels good on Bull. But then again, we don't want to be. We don't want just. It's cool to build up like the pillars are doing, and giving people optionality and utility. Well, games, let's say, not utility, just meme-fi games to play with their coins. Because if like for Hyper, I kind of, for me, I like to use like my Hyper on something, this month on Matrix and stuff. I kind of like this, but not everything, because I want to keep some on the side. And but what I mean is that it's fun, all these games, but these pillars can get a little bit out of control.
Gotcha.
And I want to do something a little bit more new in real utility area. So I kind of want to get these pillars all out of the way, and then I can like really focus on things that are more exciting, because I'm not like mega excited. I was really excited about Vault and Viper in a way, but like I want to do the pillars for the people and the ecosystems, and I know Inferno really want it. But it's not. I don't like wake up in the morning and all excited about launching another pillar.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Love it. I got you.
Like, but if people are excited about it, and I can see some people are excited about Zara and Gold, and if they're excited about Turbo, that's great. I'm not mega like, for me, I don't wake up in the morning and go, I'm really excited about a pillar on Vault.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but I'm really excited about the wheel, to be honest, because that's
Lovely.
I'm
Oh
excited
yeah,
about.
can you talk about the wheel, by the way, because I think somebody's asking here.
Ooh,
So we
I
got Chuck
can't.
Boy here.
Okay, with
Oh, you
Mo,
can.
I'm going to
Oh,
build the beans because this is utility. This is the paradigm shift. That is so good. I think Jake is going to love this. He is going to love it so much. Eric is going to love it. This is such a paradigm shift of how to implement something. It's going to be, I hope, and I want to get feedback, and I want to get feedback from everyone, because I'm not trying to hype this up.
Yeah.
I want to get feedback on that day from people and see if they're excited as I am about this.
Yeah.
But I've used this paradigm and I've implemented it into the wheel, okay, and I've implemented it into this other protocol, and they're both distinct. They're,
Mm-hmm.
they're both really, really exciting. One's a collaboration with Jay Gold, and one's just the wheel. But I want to hear really, really want to hear people's thoughts about it when I share next week. But wow, it's one of these things that potentially every single protocol after I've
Mm-hmm.
launched the ones with this idea on, I think every single protocol will do this because it's almost like, why not? It's just a massive win-win-win. There's so much win-win-win-wins to this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think
Fantastic. I mean, I'm looking forward.
yeah,
I'm looking forward for
yeah.
sure.
It's such a win-win, and I think it's gonna add so much to the conversation on so many things in Titan X.
Lovely. So,
Oh, it's good to go. Oh,
so
great.
cryptographic says Steve sent you an idea in DM. Okay, all right,
Oh,
okay.
brilliant,
For
man. Thank
Vault,
you.
for Vault.
Thank you.
Hopefully, it's
Thank you.
not the
Thank
same
you.
idea you're talking about now. But anyway, so
Oh,
we got here. Hell, if it makes me money, I can dig a paradigm shift. All right, no worries.
this
We
and just this disclaimer: crypto is gambling. We're just guys on the internet, and all this thing that people say. Yeah.
yeah. So
So
we have.
Tink definitely needs a piece of the wheel.
Okay, so I'm gonna click that one. King definitely needs a piece of the wheel, and Solid Burn on there seems to be
Yeah.
struggling for such a freaking strong project.
Ooh, is it struggling?
I don't know.
Some of these yield farms can go really low quick, so I think it's doing pretty well. And the APRs on the farms are like
Yeah,
100%
I
plus.
mean we can check the share. I'm just gonna visit the website here. So what's the price right now? Oh, 57 cents right now. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, it definitely dropped, but I think we're kind of leveling up. Like I think around 50 cents or so could be probably like the equivalent, like the right price for Tink, or the
I would
lowest
like
price. I'm not. Yeah,
this, yeah. This is the buy and burn here is
we have the
800.
burn as well. Buy and burn Tink with ETH. Okay, it's like so we got shown some details here. All right, so I mean there's 37 ETH there, which can still be used.
That's a lot of ETH.
Yeah, that's quite some ETH. All right.
120. Yeah. So yeah, I did wonder with the farms
Mm-hmm.
uh, if it just had like ETH, Titan X, and not everything else. So something that I was just thinking about recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the project, and Eric did amazing on this. I mean,
Yeah.
this is beautiful for Titan X. I love how Vault's in there.
Absolutely. And the thing is, if you look at it, I mean, it says here 75.63% of total liquidity. Is that like, yeah, I mean, I have to ask him, but this is from all the supporting pairs.
Yeah, so it has 20 million of liquidity value.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the question is, okay, I'll have to ask him how he determines the total liquidity. Does he, I mean, okay, probably he checks the total liquidity relative to what's in Titan Farms. I think that's how probably the calculation goes. But yeah, 75%, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Wow. I wonder if that's the percentage of liquidity of all the pools having Uniswap and in Uniswap. So 75%. So
I
25%.
think I think the way, I don't know, this is now my speculation how the calculation is. He checks all the supporting liquidity pools here, and he adds up all the liquidity of all the supported
Yeah.
pairs, and then so you have a number, whatever, I don't know, 50 million or 30 million, let's say, and then compared to how much liquidity is through Titan Farms, and that's how he gets the percentage of it. So essentially, 25% is other people doing liquidity without the Titan Farms
Yeah.
in these pairs which are supported. I think this is how it works. But
Yes.
We need to do a
Yeah.
stream with. I need to do a stream with him, with Eric. By the way, he hasn't done a stream for some time, I believe. So I need to
Yeah.
get him on stream and talk to him
Yes.
about Titan Farms.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
think we haven't done the whole breakdown how it works exactly.
Oh, a vault farm for all the pillars.
Okay,
I
Steve,
mean,
do you want to say something about that?
yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it? I mean, all liquidity for Vault is that the liquidity wallet holds.
Yes.
It's just going to this lock contract and harvested fees. So it'll just be users. So it might not be very. It just be for users. But yeah, that could be kind of cool. That could be
Mhm.
really cool for if for everyone. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that's definitely could be an idea, but I mean what you are trying to do is essentially the liquidity wallet of Vault. It has staked pretty much like it has a lot of liquidity pools with a lot of projects in the ecosystem, and you want people to stake Vault, and then they get all the fees are distributed to if you stake your Vault. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's it's either that
Mm-hmm.
or there's something called Surge, which
Mm-hmm.
is basically the same as Vault, but you use Vault for your input and you get Surge. Then you can stake Surge for it. So I haven't decided. I'm going to do like a.
Okay.
I haven't decided if what people what should be the best. I like that idea, and
Mm-hmm.
I see if it gets some steam. But I'm thinking of yeah on the same day launching Surge. You get Surge,
Mm-hmm.
which is a staking token, and that can only be got with Vault, which is
Mm-hmm.
also being buy and burn in a significant way. So it's getting less and less, and you can stake that for the fees. So I'm thinking that because that could be really helpful to Vault as a whole because it would get a ton of Vault out of circulation again.
Yes.
So I'm really thinking, is that better for Vault
Or
or
just stake it
will it
straight away.
annoy the users? Yeah, because will it annoy the users or
Mm-hmm.
I know it's better for Vault. I just don't want to annoy all the community. I mean, the
Gotcha.
Vault people. I'd rather do something that they want.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going to get some feedback on the
Lovely.
Telegram and votes and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I showed them the front end. I've designed the front end for Surge, so it'd be easy to do. But it's very easy. I could just use Vault or Surge for the staking token
Okay.
for the Vault staking. So one of the two.
So
And
so
I don't
there
mind.
with for the surge is like you going is that gonna be an auction system as well or how?
Exactly. It'd just be
Okay.
Vault, full Vault
Mm-hmm.
with Vault as input.
Gotcha.
But the Surge token you get
Mm-hmm.
also
Can be staked.
can be staked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you
So
can just make it like it's automatically staked. Then it just never comes out.
yeah, yeah, I kinda like the game theory that they can sell it. They can
Okay.
sell
Fair enough.
this token if they want.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they can still unlock it and sell if they want, but I mean, they can still be
Oh, yeah.
staked.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can also do that. I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, these are
absolutely.
just ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's anyway, Vault staking is harvesting these fees. And I don't know how much these fees are gonna be,
Yeah.
but
But it's
it might
gonna
not.
be it's gonna be all the Titanese ecosystem tokens, right?
No, well, only the Vault ecosystem. So
Only the vault. Okay.
yeah, so only all the liquidity that the Vault like community wallet holds.
Hmm.
And I made this contract because I want to lock it because I just I mean we have to manually with Vault we have to manually make him,
Yes.
but I want to lock it and give it utility. So you know it's great just to make this just so it can be locked, but I mean it's easy to lock. You just send it to the burn address
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and it's locked. But then all those fees are just going to sit there. So I just wanted to make something that the fees could be harvested. That's all.
Okay, but Steve, so the question is right now. Okay, like let me try to understand this correctly.
Yes.
Um, are the fees going to be because there was the liquidity wallet, which essentially has a lot of liquidity pairs. So let's say with Volt Titanix, Volt
Yes,
Hyper.
yes,
You mean those? Is that the one where the fees are going to be harvested on?
exactly.
Okay, okay.
Those pairs, and
But
yeah,
let's just zoom in to one pair, which is, let's say, Volt Titanix,
okay, yeah, yeah.
right? So the fees are going to be in Volt and Titanix. What happens to
Oh,
the
good
Titanix
question.
then?
Good question. So what's going to happen is all the fees
Hmm.
are going to buy Vault, and you get Vault when you stake.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So the Titanex will buy Vault. The Viper will buy Vault. Everything's just going to buy Vault. So there's one token you
Oh.
get when you stake. You're just going to get you. So the idea is you have Surge,
Hmm.
and you stake Surge for Vault.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's the idea.
Gotcha.
And the staking is going to be like the staking is like 28 days
Hmm.
minimum to 88 days max,
Hmm.
with a bonus if for max staking. But I didn't want to stake too like people to lock it up too long, because I still want them to be able to have their vault if they want to do something else with their vault. You know what I mean?
Lovely.
Or their Surge. So it's not going to be big lockups. It's going to be your staking. But if you just want to stake in there forever, there's no penalty. It's just simple staking, harvest vault.
Hmm.
Um, we'll use Surge or just use Vault for the staking. It's easy to have a different coin.
That's
So
fantastic. That's
yeah,
fantastic. Because this is the thing which I was not sure about. So all the other, like the secondary token, it just buys volts and gives it to the volt. Okay, that's great. That's great. I like that
exactly.
idea more, because otherwise
Yeah,
you'd have all kinds of tokens and can be
yeah,
hard to handle.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's even a bit hard, expensive on the whole contract to
Yes.
do it. So we did it the simplest possible way. Yeah, and also it's all that sell pressure goes into Vault,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is nice.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, because now you have all the liquidity pairs, which essentially we just buy up Volt, and then that Volt gets distributed.
Yeah, that's a good question too. Any
Uh,
idea how much fees is going from just the Vault Titan X pair? So let I'm just going to look up the Vault Titan X pair right here.
yeah, we can look it up. Yeah.
Oh, so it all depends on the volume. So right now, like there's 295,000 of volume,
Mhm.
and and there's it's in a it's in a Unis. This is the Uniswap V3 pool with the
Mhm.
1%. So there's $2,950 distributed to all liquidity providers in the Vault Titan X. So it's a low volume today, but
Mhm.
yeah, if depending what volume is, like if volume is 1 million, that's $10,000 a day distributed to liquidity providers.
Yep.
So Volt's had up to 3 million 4 million volume. So when it had 4 million volume, that's like $40,000 a day.
Mhm. Yep.
So yeah, Volt Titan X.
So is this?
Oh, you got 669. Oh,
Yeah, I got
I
six.
looked at the wrong one. I'm looking at Hyper.
Okay.
So yeah, so Volt has 669,000 of volume, and you just take 1% of that, which is like almost $7,000.
Yeah.
And if the Volt pool, the Volt liquidity is probably most of that liquidity
I
is,
probably,
is
yeah.
in the Volt
Probably
liquidity. So
90%, maybe. I don't know.
probably so the Volt is getting $5,000 a day.
Yeah,
Let's say $5,000. The Volt liquidity wallet is probably getting. That will go to stakers, so it adds up,
it does.
and that's just one liquidity pair.
Yeah, that's just one. Yeah, there's all the others as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Volt, Dragon X, and all the
yeah,
others.
yeah. It's a cool thing, even if it's not much. Like Jake said, even if it's like a 10% APR a year,
Mhm.
at least you're getting something from if you're a long-term holder, at least you're getting something. And it's
Yes.
kind of cool to. It's a really cool use case for the fees to stake, because you could buy and burn them, but it just seems more. It's just you get more bang for your buck just to give it away to stakers and have an APR, and it's kind of a little mini farm.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
It is. It
yeah.
is. So Mohammed is saying, first we got Mr. World Free says my hero Steve DeFi.
Ah, that's nice. Nice.
And then Mohammed is saying when bull.
When bull, oh, so yeah, people. It's like I said, the pillars. Bull is designed. All these pillars are designed, and I really enjoyed designing them. It was a lot of fun. Bull is designed. It's beautiful. I'm making loads of memes and stuff for the bull,
Yeah.
for Inferno, but for the bull coin. So the bull, you know, if like if a founder in a community doesn't want a pillar, I wouldn't do it. But if
Hmm.
a founder in a community want it, absolutely. So yes, bull is. It'll probably be the next one because it's easy to do. It's easy to do, and
Yes.
yeah. So maybe maybe in a couple of weeks, and yeah. So I mean, I had Irish Crypto message me asking for a
Hmm.
date, and he's one of the founders. I mean, I'm one of the founders too of Inferno. So, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. It's great, and then it's just one thing to bear in mind though, like, and is with there's a big difference between building. This is what I thought of the last few months.
Hmm.
There's a big difference between building a pillar on Hyper, which has a thick liquidity pool, or building
Hmm.
one, or building a vault fork on Dragon X with a big liquidity pool.
Yes.
If you build it on something that has a really small liquidity pool, I had a question: are you doing a disservice to the people? Because how can they sell into Titan X or
Yep.
Ethereum easily if they get locked in? So that's why I backed out a lot, and
Gotcha.
it's something I want to really think about because I don't want to build something which locks people in. Because the whole thing I do with Vault is give big liquidity pool, so if people want to exit, they can exit. If people want to buy, they can buy. I want people to buy or sell
Hmm. Hmm.
into value. That
Yep.
is Titan,
Yep.
which is Titan X. Like I consider Titan X like value, but ultimately Ethereum. But like if you get locked, if you have a really small liquidity pool with Titan X,
Hmm.
and then you create something on top of that where everyone uses, they kind of just get locked into this big thing.
Hmm.
So it's something that I probably if I release something like that, it's something to bear in mind for people if they don't understand how liquidity, because you can make a coin that's
Hmm.
worth, like there was someone on Twitter I saw and they said, oh, I've got this $14 million of this meme coin in my wallet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope I can sell this, but there's no liquidity. If there's no liquidity to sell, how valuable is your coin
Yeah. Yeah.
or your thing you hold? So
Hmm.
you always got to think in crypto, like in the entire of crypto is, if I'm going to ape into this thing that does 100x, is there people at the top really able to sell? I mean,
Yeah.
how many people really saw the top of Hex?
Yeah.
Because how thick was that liquidity at the top? You know, and that was a probably thick one. But like these meme coins, they pump. But if you put too much in, you sell it, you're going to make this massive candle
Yep.
by selling. You're getting your slippage, and then you can't sell it into real value. So it's a lot of it can be phantom value. And phantom value is
It's big in crypto.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You can make a meme coin, and I've done experiments with this.
Uh-huh.
Just me on my own, not launching it, not public,
Mhm.
just on it was a really cheap chain, like it was on
Yeah.
Pulse chain. I was just seeing how much of value you could get if we created a coin, and it's like you can create a coin like a meme, because it's very easy to create
Yeah.
a coin. You just go to ChatGPT, say, give me a contract for a meme coin, and then you say, give me the instructions how to do it, and it gives you the instructions how to do it, and then you launch it, and that's done. You have your meme coin. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
done. And the coins in your wallet, you create the liquidity pool, and that's it.
Mhm.
That's what I don't like about meme coins is it's all dumped into the liquidity pool, and then people buy it, and
Mhm.
bots buy it, and they get dumped on, and so I don't like that distribution launch mechanic. But just for like an experiment, you can see on chain meme coins, and you can do it, and you can put a tiny bit of value in, and you've created millions and millions of dollars of value. But that it's impossible to sell. I mean, I look at some meme coins, and they have like billions of market cap, literally billions. But
Mhm.
how can you sell that? I mean, so the value is in the liquidity pool. If you buy something and can't sell it, it's just pointless to buy it. I mean, it's like, buying, something, and there's no liquidity to sell this kombucha.
Yep.
What's the point of having this kombucha? Why would I hold this kombucha if I can't get liquid? So yeah, it's just something to think of, especially when the bull run comes. It's like
Yep.
where in the whole macro of crypto and even stock market, you can buy a share and it's like there's no liquidity to sell. I've actually owned shares of a company I like, and there's no liquidity. Or
Yes.
you invest like in this Series A, and then there's no liquidity, and they say it's worth this much, but you can't sell.
You can sell. Yep.
You're
Yep.
trapped in a Series A investment, and can be really. But if you're entering Series A, you kind of got to expect to ride it out like 10 years.
That's I mean, that's the case, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like you're
exactly.
taking a big bet, and
Yeah.
it's like it's gonna be illiquid for quite some time.
Totally illiquid. But with crypto, it's a bit frustrating because a lot of these meme coins, there's no value. Like in a Series A, you're really betting on a founder, a project, an idea, something real. But with a meme coin, it's just nothing. It's just a meme.
Yeah.
And if you get stuck I've been stuck. I have personally been stuck in coins which I could not sell. I'm just honest about it. Vampex. I got stuck in Vampex, and I could not sell my Vampex.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't liquidity to sell it. But at the time, we bought that Vampex for a vision. It was almost like a little Series A. And Steve, how do we buy stocks in you?
Yeah. It's like people. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, just participate in all the projects. That's essentially.
no, man, not in me. Like, absolutely not. But like, yeah, it's
But I
something,
mean,
it's something close to my heart. This whole
mhm.
aping in, because I've been using crypto for 8-10, and I've been stuck. And so long story short, that is one of the reasons I reel back on the whole pillar thing, because I realized, oh man, they're going to have these massive liquidity, and I don't know if they're going to be able to sell. 149k liquidity, but what's the sell side liquidity on Vampex? You know what I mean? The Vampex sell side liquidity went down to like 8,000 ETH.
Yeah.
I mean, Vampex ETH, it says 149k liquidity, but there's 11k liquidity.
Oh, okay.
11k. So if you go to Vampex, go to Vampex, because someone here
Should
said,
I search on Deck Screener or?
Yeah. Type in VMPX.
VMPX. The VMPX web pool?
That's the one, yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
So if you scroll down, because this is really important, if you scroll down and you see pooled Vampex, you have
11k.
There's 11,000. There's only like 3 ETH in the pool.
Yep.
So all those people are trying to sell.
They can only get. That's the only thing they can get.
If that's the only thing they can get. Yeah. So
it's big.
And that's one of the things that, Viper has this massive sell side LP. So if you want to dump your Viper, just dump your Viper and get out. Because it was designed that way, and so was Vault. It was designed so people can just they get in.
Here we have 2.2 million essentially, which can go to Titanix.
2.2 million. So if you're in Vault, you can dump your Vault, and I don't care if people sell and buy. I want people to buy and sell if they choose to buy and sell. So it's one of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to just make it a thick liquidity pool.
Yeah.
So people can.
I mean, compared to, let's say, a lot of meme coins, this is actually really good. The liquidity.
Yeah. And this is like the future for Vault. It's like it could be a really cool meme coin. A really cool little meme coin.
Absolutely. I mean, we're seeing here the believers are buying here. The longer we're gonna stay on this stream, Steve, the longer the buy is gonna come in.
It's feeling safe for my Slurp liquidity pool. Exactly, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly. So what happened with Slurp? I think this was the one. It was one of these weird Solana things where people were just dumping value into a wallet and they were just creating a meme coin. But the guy by
Mhm.
mistake put everyone's Solana into
Mhm.
into a locked liquidity pool by mistake. And he wrote on Twitter, "Sorry, I totally messed up. Sorry, everyone." And the coin pumped went to like a billion, 100 million, a billion, it's something huge. And people felt, I mean, I would feel safe. I mean, if I read that tweet, I'm like, what? You just dumped the entire value into liquidity pool? I feel
That's
safe buying.
great.
So Slurf has this massive liquidity, and it became like this cult meme coin, and
Mhm.
this whole thing to get everyone their value back. And he launched other stuff,
Mhm.
but Slurf is like market cap right now is 114 million. It has 48 million worth of Solana in the
Okay,
sell side
crazy,
liquidity. Slurf.
crazy. Let,
Me
let
too.
me
I mean, that
what's
is
let me write that. How do I write that? Slurf.
Slurf.
Okay.
SL. I mean, the whole story behind it is really funny. And
Liquidity 97 million. Okay, but let's say the sell
and
side.
48 million is the sell side.
This is great.
Solana. It's backed by 48 million of Solana. And it's like, it's a cool, I mean, that's a type of meme coin that I kind of like, because
Yes.
at least you know you can sell.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
Dogecoin, and I've got a good friend
Mhm.
um, who's this financial analyst in
Mhm.
a big city. Really smart guy, and he's got all these private indicators.
Mhm.
But his bag was Pepe, Dodge, and Shiba. His whole bag
Oh,
this last bull run. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, really. And I said,
That's
"Well, yeah,"
crazy.
I said, "Yeah, actually, that's kind of smart because there's a lot of liquidity there,
Yeah.
and you're leveraging on Ethereum and Bitcoin
Mhm.
because they go up a bit more." And so he's really, really, really smart guy. He actually sold a lot of it already. I think he sold it like at the top, like last
Damn.
year. I don't know if he bought back, but um, yeah, yeah, it's yeah, all these. I mean, it's really interesting when you start understanding sell side liquidity
Mhm.
and how to exit. You don't want to be trapped.
Yep.
And
Uh,
Slurf, I feel nice. I'd feel nice in Slurf. So Shrey is there in this got his Slurf. It sounds like he's been in Slurf a little bit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, obviously, liquidity is very, very important. And I mean, you see with Volt as well. Like, look how thick that liquidity is, essentially, right? Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It's got nice liquidity. Yeah.
yeah.
So what's the market cap of Vault?
It was the market cap. We have well, like
16.4.
16 million,
Oh, 16. So if I do 16
16.4 million, you can say.
divided by 2, 2.2 divided
Mhm.
by 16.4. So it's like 13% of market cap is in sell side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nice.
That's nice. Absolutely. I mean, that's yeah. And the thing is, with the mark, yeah. I mean, when Titanic's grows and everything. I mean, this. I think this is really for a lot of coins. I mean, you can check some of the coins of the meme coins, how much they have essentially to just compare to Volt, and I think that's extremely well. That's pretty good. All right, Steve. We have. I think we talked. I mean, there is some probably here. Let me see. I
I
mean,
don't
some people are saying, please no surge. Volt needs to be
Oh,
utility. No one will burn
yeah,
Volt for staking. But I mean,
absolutely. Yeah,
uh
good. Sorry, man.
no worries. But I mean, maybe you can still bring, you can make surge very, very interesting so that people have to give up their Volt because,
Yeah, yeah. I definitely for the vault staking. I definitely do what the whole community wants,
yeah.
because it's a gift to the. This is like a gift to the community. The whole
Hmm.
vault staking thing to the vault guys,
Hmm.
because they get their locks. They get everything locked. They get rewards all back to them, and I mean, yeah,
Somebody's
I really
saying,
like it.
can you explain Bull again? Okay.
Well, just to say, bull will just be the same as vault.
Lovely.
It's just a pillar, like just like turbo.
Bull, what is it built on top of?
It's on Inferno.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Inferno.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna be very
Um,
similar to Volt or Turbo per se,
exactly the
but
same.
just on
Just
Fano. All right.
yeah, exactly the same. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Um,
great.
someone mentioned there was a leakage where Viper's being sold more than bought
Oh,
by
is
Nexus.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be sold more than it's bought, can it? Can it? someone mentioned there was a leakage where Viper's being sold. Well, Viper is this circle, a buy and burn circle, and the whole idea is that it binds very close to Vault and Dragon X and liquidity. So it's like this. It's like Viper is strapped to Dragon X so tight that if Dragon X goes up, Viper goes up. If Dragon X goes down, Viper goes down. So whatever happens, it's like, imagine you're in a rocket. This snake, this Viper snake is in a rocket called Dragon X. Whatever happens, just all ratios. One thing that really matters is what Dragon X does. And so we want, it's bonded so tight to Dragon X. If you're bullish on Dragon X, I think Dragon X has loads of good tailwinds. I think loads of good tailwinds. So I'm pretty happy that Viper is binded to it and increasingly binded to it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and we see what happens. It was a buy and burn. It was a circle buy and burn, but the main thing is it's tight liquidity bonded to some of these coins with thick liquidity, and another thing to bear in mind is they're all hyper deflationary coins. So it's really interesting. Dragon X, Vault, and Viper are all cap supply hyper deflationary coins bonded together. That's Viper.
Gotcha.
It's kind of interesting.
We have Marco yeah, he's asking, is Steve happy with Viper and Nexus with his progress? So by the way, Marco, shout out to you. I accidentally wrote, I think I coined him Marco the Mexican. It was by mistake, and he told me that. So I'm sorry.
I only know Marco the vaulted one. That's the only one I know. Just kidding. So is Steve happy with Viper and the Nexus? It's all experiment. I mean, I'm not happy that Dragon X went down and Titan X dumped. Viper was launched on November the 8th at the top of Titan X, and everything went down. So I'm not really happy that Titan X went down and Dragon X went down, but I'm optimistic about the future of Titan X and Viper. So yeah, it's been a hard month for all Titan X holders. And when Bitcoin dumps, everything dumps, and so the big one, the big daddy dumped, and Viper's tied to Dragon X even more.
So Marco says, I think Viper is primed.
Yeah. I really appreciate. And Marco, I sent you a message. I hope you got it. I'm sorry to miss your message, but I sent you a message a few days ago. So just check your DM.
So we have here, Steve. You should spell your name with Steve because your money.
Man, yeah. This whole DeFi contract thing is just because it takes the founder away. Every single founder is away. You and the contract. That's why DeFi is so great. It's just you and you in front of the contract. Interacting with the contract. I love the ethos of Titan X. Just you and the contract. Yeah.
So we have here, Simon says, dear Mike and Steve, may I ask you plan to launch Beast on Hydra?
Yeah, this is the whole thing. This whole pillar thing is it's like I don't wake up in the morning all excited about launching Beasts on Hydra.
Gotcha.
I'm excited about the new utility that I'm going to tell you about next week. I'm excited about some adding utility to DeFi and to Titan X. I'm building something really towards that. So, I don't even know. I've actually got the front end, and it's easy to do. And maybe but the problem is, if I start launching all these pillars, it kind of waters down all the good stuff I want to, or the good stuff I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of don't want to be launching loads of pillars, and then I get known to even now some people really want it, some people don't. But I don't wake up in the morning wanting to launch another pillar. I'm kind of I just launch it for you guys. But it kind of, if it goes south, the pillar goes south, it takes away from something I really, really want to do for DeFi. Something really creative, utility, giving it to crypto. And I don't want to get in a position where, he's coming, Steve DeFi coming up with another project, and it's a really, really cool project. Just because everyone wanted all these pillars launched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear
I mean,
Marco go on live. Yeah, Marco, if you want to join, you want to
oh,
join? Oh, Steve, do you have more time or do you have to get
yeah,
going now?
actually, it'd be brilliant. I mean, I haven't been on a stream for
Yeah.
weeks, and I
Marco, I'll send you the link if you want to join.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me send him the link. I mean, we might as well, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Wait, I need to see where do I? Oh, here, invite, copy. So let's go on Twitter. Yeah, it's Marco. I think Marcos mentioned earlier that he's probably driving or something. So I'm not sure if
Ah,
he can join, but let's try.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to a kid's birthday party.
I mean, okay, the link has been sent, by the way. So I mean, what I can do as well is I'm gonna send it into the stream, a Titanic streamer chat, if people want to join as well. By the way, so,
Oh, brilliant, man.
if we can, we have Steve. Steve on stream. All right, yeah. Let's see if this is gonna go. So I mean, while we're waiting, probably if somebody will join, I want to check out here the liquidity pool formation again.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so I mean, the way I've understood it is going to be very similar. So do you know, like, so it's going to be 5K, around 5K of hyper with 5 million of turbo.
Yeah, this is exactly the same as Vault. It's intentional. It's small. It's a stop bots. Don't buy on market.
Yes.
Because all the liquidity will be added, as you know, as what happens with Vault. So it's just to kick the liquidity pool off and limit users, frustration and of because there's just a small amount compared to what's available in the distribution. So yeah, it's just going to be paired. It's going to be launched like that liquidity, and it will probably just do the same, like go up a little bit and then go down.
Yeah.
And I like this way to launch.
So, like, do we, like, I mean, do we know, like, the starting price more or less?
Yeah, it'd be exactly the same as Vault, because a little bit less, a little bit, yeah, exactly the same as Vault. It's gonna be 0.3001. Should be. I think
So something like that.
0.3001. $5,000 of value divided by 5 million equals 2 zeros and a 1.
2 zeros.
0.2001.
Okay.
And
then it's gonna be something with hyper. It's gonna be some amount of hyper essentially.
Yeah. We'll when we deploy,
Yeah.
we'll just check the hyper price.
Okay, then
About 5 million, but it might be more or less, because if hyper pumps or dumps, it's just going to be more or less, but about the same.
So here we got Melo in the house, and he says, "Why do people from the UK or other places say it's not for zero?"
Yeah, that's good, man. How do you know I'm from the UK? I live most of my life away from the UK. I've not been in the UK for like years, like maybe all my life.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So
I live a lot of time in Asia and Africa, so everyone knows. They're my stomping grounds. Asia and Africa.
Ask ChatGPT for that question. We don't know sure. So Kata Gamate says 25% Viper burn in 22 days. The Nexus is working magic here.
Yeah, it's burning. It's interesting. Like that's cool to mention, because that's the one step I really like. I like to look at how much has been burnt. That's what I look at. That's the one step that I like to look at that, and basically,
I mean that's like a nice number to see going down, going up.
Yeah,
Essentially.
yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I mean, it's burning well. Let's see, let's see what happens. The Nexus is it's just hard to understand. It's that's why I don't want to. It kind of I think it's cool for Viper because of those three deflationary coins, three cap supply deflationary coins. It's kind of it's fun, but it is confusing. So that's why I'm not going to launch it again because I'd rather be launching simple things. Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
mean, we did the stream, and I tried to. I mean, we did get people did understand it at the end, but it's I think yeah quite hard for people to understand.
yeah, yeah. It's but what we know is supplies being burnt and Vipers being bonded to Dragon X, and so that's the positive things that I get from it. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
these perpetual auction systems are fascinating too because I look and Kata he's an admin in Vault. He gives us so much support in Vault and does a lot of stuff, banning people and and moderating. So I appreciate you, Kata. Thank you, man, for all you do.
It's really great. I mean, he also forwarded the link earlier on, so shout out to you, my friend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. But yeah, it's it's interesting these perpetual auction systems, and it's going to be interesting seeing there's a few of them, a few of this mechanic being used. I don't know if is it used in Matrix too.
No, not directly.
Yeah, yeah. It's just interesting seeing how they work. Um, and Shogun uses it, and
Yes.
because it it perpetuates way more than I thought. Every day, it's the arbitrage is going down too low. But in the whole vault thing, there's certain people. Um, it's not me. I just watch every day. If whatever it is, I'm there watching.
Mm-hmm.
I don't participate right now. I don't participate for a while because I just want to see what people will do.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes the ARB goes down pretty low. It's even negative -1. I saw it -1. It's unusual, but it was -1
Yeah.
today. But there might be it looks like there's a few people participating every day because there's not a
Yeah.
load like 10 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're doing something, and it's fascinating. It's just fascinating watching these. I mean, if only one person participated, it'll be great for everyone involved because more is being burnt, more is being liquidity bonded together in growth. So the treasure vault's being filled up. It's just such a win-win-win. Just one person a day
Mm-hmm.
comes in in a perpetual auction system.
Yeah,
It
I
keeps
mean they get the deal, right? That's how it works at the end of the day, right? If it's
yeah,
only one person, they get the whole whatever is there on auction essentially.
yeah, and it's not enough to really dump the price every day.
Mm-hmm.
The liquidity is thick, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
important too. Thick liquidity
Yes.
means that the arbitrage is more real because the slippage is a lot less. If it's just
Yes.
thin liquidity, it might say a certain price arbitrage, and you get something you can't sell.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the thick liquidity, it's a kind of it's an arbitrage you can sell,
Yeah.
and people must be arbitraging, but it's not affecting the price massively because um, I'm not seeing dumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is great. I mean,
Like
here.
in the first few weeks of Vault, I saw massive people selling,
Yes.
like even like 80,000, 100,000. There was some I mean, people must be taking profits, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. And I was like, wow, look at this sell. I can't believe people are, had that much Vault. And
Yep.
you know, I'm not seeing these massive sells. Distribute. It's like the longer Vault goes on, the better the distribution is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then long-term holders increasing their position because every
Yeah.
sell you increase your position. It's fascinating how that works.
Yeah. 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 You're
Yeah,
passively increasing your position
yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have slightly more percentage now because of the max applying going down essentially.
Yes, and you know, I know there was a coin called PZen on Pulse, and it used to distribute attacks every day.
Hmm.
But in an indirect way, Volt is distributing to all holders just by holding your Volt. Every
Yeah.
time the buy and burn happens, you increase your
I mean,
position. It's
I mean
fascinating.
that's yeah, absolutely. And the beauty of that is essentially, I mean, this also happens on Dragon Eggs and stuff like that as well, because I mean the buy and burn essentially does that. But that's the beauty of it, right? Which is I mean, I think the buy and burn, that innovation was really really great.
Yeah, absolutely. Utilizing a buy and burn in a creative way, and there's a ton you can do with it.
Mhm.
A buy and burn. Think about it. You have a buy and burn. Like originally, I mean, it's brilliant. Just having a buy and burn is amazing tokenomic, like
Yes.
innovation. Like there's lots of buy and burns in the past, but Jake brought it to the forefront. Buy and burn. It was like paradigm shift.
Yes.
Then it's create, but Volt took it to a different level and recirculated some of the supply while burning it to perpetuate
Yep.
it forward. It's fascinating. But you can use it for like many things, like staking,
Hmm.
lottery.
Hmm.
Um, another thing we've not even thought about. There's things you can use a buy and burn for, but you always want to burn a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's
I
always,
have I have definitely something interesting for Matrix. I'll tell you that.
oh man, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. What you can do with the buy and burn, it's fascinating. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, Steve, I think we got through this now. Probably, is there anything you want to say for the viewers out there before we finish off?
Yeah, um, crypto is very, it's gambling. Don't believe anything we say. No financial advice ever given from me and Mike.
Absolutely.
Enjoy, enjoy the games. Um, Turbo launching tomorrow.
Fantastic.
A circus coming to Hyper. The Vault circus coming to Hyper.
Hmm.
And yeah, the front end is beautiful. I haven't even showed the front end. Do you want to see
Oh,
it?
you did. Oh, I mean, let's go.
Yeah, let me show the front end.
Okay, okay. You can share your screen, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Um, okay,
And while you're searching, I'm going to read out from Marco here something. Steve, what do you think of founders using percentage of Genesis with USDX when it's perfect to borrow against Genesis to refill buy and burns?
um, uh, Steve, what do you think of founders using a percentage of Genesis to borrow against Genesis? I think it sounds smart. It sounds risky though, so it should be in like the white paper.
Jake commented directly.
It
He
creates
says,
liquidation attack target market X, and not a fan of the idea. Oh, that
so
there
yeah,
you
Jake is saying good in theory, hell in practice.
go. Wow.
All
Yeah.
right.
Good. But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be interesting when we get to do some stuff with our stable coins. I mean,
There we go.
some loaning stuff.
Bam. Got Jake out from hiding. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you got him out. You got him out behind it. That was great. I'm gonna get you this front end.
Okay. Fair enough.
These
Yeah,
front
share the
ends,
screen.
they're really fun. These front ends to make.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't. Let me. I gotta find this Figma.
No worries. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just
Ah,
gonna.
here it is.
Yeah, you have it. Fantastic. So I think you should be able to share.
Should I share? Or just give it to you.
Whichever way. Probably if you maybe it's easy if you just give it to me because then I can just do it.
Yeah,
You
do
can
that.
send it
There you
in
go.
the private chat.
There you go. You need to copy and paste that link.
Okay. It's a long one. So let me just do that. Share this tab instead. Oh, share this tab instead. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, this is nice. I mean, first of all, I mean, I like this. I mean, also the logo itself, it's really nice. I like that. I like this
Oh,
logo very much.
by the way, I love your new logo.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah, you like
I
it? Nice,
really love it.
nice,
I love
nice. I
it.
like. Yeah. It's here. Back to Turbo here. I'm gonna enter the Turbo then. Oh, look at that.
You like that a little spaceship? Your
Yeah.
spaceship. It's gonna
Oh, can
fly
you
in.
move
There
this
goes. It
one?
flies right in.
How cool is this?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, it flies out. It flies. And you can stop the animation here. This is great. I like this.
Yeah.
Then you have the burn here. Oh, but this has Nexus?
Oh,
Oh,
this is. It doesn't have Nexus.
okay.
That shouldn't be there.
Uh-huh.
This is a Figma. This is a Figma.
Oh, it's just the Figma. Okay.
This is a Figma.
This is great. I like this. So, okay. So we have here. Oh, this looks clean. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this very much. Turbo claimable. Active auctions. This is great.
Yeah. It's the same style, and then
Yes.
you get, the last one is stats.
Yeah. Oh, you got the stats. Yeah, let's check the
Stats.
stats. Oh, lovely.
You got some big turbo boosters.
Oh, you have oh, yeah. This is nice. I like this. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
like this. Yeah.
there you go. As Jake's on, should I show? Like
Hold on. Let's see.
I've got Shogun here too. Should I show Shogun's one?
Yeah, sure.
Want to see
Absolutely.
it? Let me post it to you.
Okay. All right.
I've got the bull. Do you want to see the bull? The bull is really fun.
Let's see all of them.
Yeah. I've got them all lying around.
Uh-huh.
This is actually one of my favorite ones.
Which one? Turbo?
The bull.
The
bull is
bull.
even
Okay.
better than turbo. I like the bull.
All right.
While you do that, I'm going to find the one I did for Shogun because I think because as Jake's on, I've not even sent it to him yet.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
Oh, it's loading. All right. Let's see the bull. Oh, the bull is here. So we enter the bull. All right. Let me kick this out. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Oh, there's animation as well.
Yeah, there should be.
The smoking.
Here it goes. His cigar is lit.
It's lighting up, right? All right. Oh, and here as well, I can see that. Oh, this is nice. We have the bull claim. Nice. We got the burn.
Oh man, I love this bull, man. And by the way, I got the.
Look at that.
I never told. Now Marco and Jake is on. I almost got the domain bull.run, but I was like a day too late. Bull.run. Instead, I got Titan bull.run. Titan.
Okay.
So the marketing, that's fun marketing. No,
yes.
Titan bull.
Did you send me the other one? No, not yet. Okay.
Oh, the other one. Okay, let me give you the
stats.
This is Shogun, and it's even the logo. No one's seen the logo, so this is going to be. This is good.
Let's see. Okay. Let's look at that. So there you go. We're gonna share. All right, Jake and the viewers, are you ready? Ta-da!
Oh, what do you think of that logo? You like that logo?
It's nice. Oh, I like that. All right, this is great. So this is going to be on top of what again?
It says Apex. It should say Kylan.
Kylan.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's going to be on top of
Shogun.
Oh, top. Oh,
it's actually the one for Shogun. I mean, if Jake wants me to do it, that's fine. But I think he wants me to launch it.
Yeah, but Jake, what's up? Kaizen, right?
That's right, Kaizen. He's right. Kaizen. That's the one. Okay. This is Kaizen. I just put the wrong one in there.
All right, Kaizen. Oh, look at that. Oh,
do you like that?
Oh, I love it. Look at that. This is great. Oh, damn. Look at this. All right. So, and here you have X28.
It's just a Figma. It's just
a Figma. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's just a Figma mistake.
All right. No worries. Oh, but look at this. This is great. I like it. I like the designs, man. Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's up on a mountain. Like up on a mountain, just like peaceful, a little bit peaceful, but with, these lightsabers.
Oh, lovely. I like this. We got stats. Look at that. Nice. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the ecosystem. Oh, we have the unknown one, right? This. Are you gonna launch that one? You remember you told
That
me?
was nah. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, I'm cutting down on this, and because I don't wake up, like I said, Jake's on it
Yeah.
now, but I don't wake up in the morning all excited about launching a pillar. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Because I think we had here the mystery one.
oh no, that's next week.
Oh, that
This
one is still gonna come.
this is something really special for the whole of Titan X.
Okay. Okay. So this
Yes,
still is coming. Okay.
that is very, very special. That one, very special.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Saray saying, Steve, user interface is on point. I totally agree. 100%. Totally agree. So Jake Saab saying Kaizen. Okay, I think we had that
Jake's
one.
tattoo is the Kaizen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what Shrey's saying.
Oh, okay. Am I missing some comments here or something? I don't know. Or maybe I just missed it up on the top. Yeah, so we have Turbo. We have 18 hours and 7 minutes to go. The countdown is active as well.
Beautiful.
Jake says, yes, I have Kaizen on my left shoulder.
Oh, Japanese symbols. Yes. Yes. It's a good idea.
Japanese symbols.
It's a good idea.
All right, yeah. So maybe
Yes.
some few
Yeah, I
changes
might
here.
change that. I could change that.
Mm.
Even the logo could be the Kaizen Japanese symbol.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I mean, those changes can still be made anyway. So,
Yeah,
but yeah. I mean, the site is great. I like it. Yeah. This is awesome. Anyway, I think is that all already, Steve? That's what you want to tell me.
yeah. That's basically. There's
That's
actually other.
basically
Yeah, I think that's everything. So, man, awesome to chat. Good to be on with you. I appreciate it,
love
man.
it. All right. Thank you for being here, Steve. It's always a pleasure. Always some new ideas with you. So I'm always excited to find out what kind of crazy ideas you have in your mind. So today we checked out a little bit more about Turbo. And I hope next week I'm going to learn whatever idea you didn't want to spill the beans today.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
share. I'll spill the beans next week. I think people are going to be really excited.
fantastic. I love it. And yeah, thank you for watching in and on the way out. Don't forget to subscribe, visit matrix.win. We're going to drop the white paper tomorrow and also Titanic Sub and Titanic Sub Premium if you want as well. Thank you for listening in and I see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a good one. So
You know what? I have got to bounce because I got